Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel 100% Pure Elvis. It's really good to see you all again, and I hope you are all keeping well. And to all of the new subscribers who have joined the 100% Pure Elvis channel recently, thank you, and I hope you enjoy the channel going forward. Today I went and visited my mum, like I do every single day, in hospital, and I chose to take an Elvis Presley book with me that I knew would kind of see me through the day, because as you can imagine, when you do a long day at the hospital visiting, it can get quite tedious, and my mum does fall asleep a lot. So obviously I decided to take an Elvis book with me to kind of see me through the day. And I've never done an upload on this book before, but I'm going to showcase it with you all today. I'm not going to go through it page by page. There's bits in the book that I find really interesting, and I want to hear your take on it if you don't mind. So the book in question is a miniature book, and it is the Rough Guide to Elvis. So as you can see, it is a really small book, but quite thick with its pages. But again, it's a great book. You can put it in your pocket, put it in your briefcase, take it anywhere with you, and you can always flip through this book. It talks about Elvis Presley's life, his career, his whole album catalogue, his whole movie catalogue, and it grades each and every one of them. And it also has the 50 most essential Elvis Presley tracks that were polled with a certain selected audience. This is the first copy from 2002, with the 1968 NBC TV special image on the front cover. On the reverse, again, more information about the Rough Guide to Elvis and 3 other images of Elvis here. And as you can see, it's quite a good sized book. And again, that's the first 2 pages. And you will see, if I can get closer in there, at the very bottom, you will see this is the 2002 issue. Now, the one that I took to the hospital with me today is the second pressing from 2004. It is a slightly bigger book, but it is, again, still miniature. But this one has the image of Elvis from 1973, Aloha from Hawaii. And on the back, you've got the 2 images of Elvis. I'm going to get them side by side, and you will see the difference in the sizes. So there we go. But they're exactly the same thickness, but first copy, second copy. This is the one that I took with me to the hospital today. And what I want to talk about on this channel is what I want to go through first, if you don't mind. And I'm sorry I'm not looking at the screen, but I really want to get to the right page. Now, I want to talk about the gradings that they give each Elvis Presley album. And I want to talk about, do you agree with the star ratings that they have given each of these albums? And I found this really fascinating, and I can't read it all word for word. It would take far too long. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go through the albums, the star rating that they've gave each album, and then I'm going to go through the 50 essential Elvis tracks that they feel you need to listen to. And then we're going to go on to the movies and the star rating for the movies. So let's start first of all with Elvis's albums. So obviously we're going to be starting with Elvis 1956, 4 stars out of 5. I would agree. Love Me Tender EP, it has gave it only 2 stars out of 5. Now, I would disagree with that, because I think the Love Me Tender EP is superb. I would give that 4 stars out of 5. Loving You soundtrack, it's gave it 4 stars out of 5. Totally agree. Elvis's Christmas album, 1957, 5 stars out of 5. Totally agree. One of Elvis Presley's best-selling albums. We're going on to the Jailhouse Rock EP, and it has given that 3 stars out of 5. totally disagree. I think that should have 4 to 5 stars. Now, I'm not going to tell you the years because you all know the years if you don't mind. King Creole, I'm quite shocked. It's only given King Creole 3 stars out of 5. I totally disagree. I would be giving King Creole 5 stars out of 5. For LP fans only, 3 stars out of 5, I would agree. A Date with Elvis, 3 stars out of 5. Again, I would agree. And now I'm going to have to go into the 60s. I've got to turn over a few more pages to get onto the 1960s. So as you can see, now we're onto the 1960s album. And we are looking at Elvis Is Back, 5 stars out of 5. Definite 5 out of 5. GI Blues, 2 stars out of 5. Now, I understand why they have possibly given that 2 stars out of 5, because you have to remember, after Elvis Is Back, the following album being the GI Blues soundtrack, such a big difference in the 2 albums. But I would say GI Blues does deserve a better grading of 2 out of 5. I would give it a 3 out of 5. We're going on to His Hand in Mine, 3 stars out of 5. Again, I'd push that to a 4. Something for Everybody, 4 stars out of 5. Yes, I would kind of say that's probably about right. Blue Hawaii, 3 stars out of 5. Now, I've got to be kind of honest in my appraisal because that's what we're talking about here. I would give that more. I wouldn't give it 5 out of 5. I'd give that 4 out of 5. We all know, again, that's one of Elvis Presley's best-selling albums. Follow That Dream EP, 2 stars out of 5. Again, don't agree with that, but I would push that to, I don't think it's a 4. I'm going to give that, I would give that a 3. We're going on to Pot Luck, 3 stars out of 5. Again, I'm looking at the track listing in this. I'm going to say that should deserve... I'm going to say I would give it a 4 out of 5. Kid Galahad EP, 2 stars out of 5. Definitely disagree. 4 stars out of 5 all day long. Girls, 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 2 stars out of 5. No way. That has to be, for me personally, a 3 and at a push 4 out of 5. Now, we're going on to the first one that's only been given 1 star rating. It happened at the World's Fair. Just the 1 star out of 5 they've given that album. Absolutely, totally disagree. I would give that a 3 out of 5. Fun in Acapulco, they've given that 3 stars out of 5. Again, I would agree with that. Kissing Cousins, they have gave 2 stars out of 5. I would push that to a 3. Viva Las Vegas, 4 stars out of 5. I totally agree on that. Roustabout, 2 stars out of 5. No, I would push that easily to a 3 or a 4. Girl Happy, they've gave that 2 stars out of 5. I would push that to a 3. Elvis for Everyone, they have given it 3 stars out of 5. I would push that to, again, I'm looking at the track listing. I'm going to give that actually a 4 out of 5 because I really do enjoy that album. We're going on to Harum Scarum, but Harum Holiday in the United Kingdom. 1 star out of 5. Now, when I was reading this earlier, I kind of knew that probably would get a low grading from this book writer. And sorry, the book is from Paul Simpson. But again, Harum Holiday, there is certain tracks on there that I love. So I am going to push that to a 3 star out of 5 as well. Frankie and Johnny, 2 stars out of 5. I agree with all day long. Not one of my favourite soundtracks whatsoever. Paradise Hawaiian Style, 1 star out of 5. No, that for me should be a 3 star out of 5. Spin Out, 2 stars out of 5. Again, I'd give that a 3 star rating. How Great Thou Art, 5 stars out of 5. I agree with all day long. Easy Come, Easy Go, 1 star. Totally agree on that one. Out of the albums that I'm going to share with you, that is one that I do agree with. Double Trouble, 2 stars out of 5. Again, I would tend to agree on that one. Clambake, 1 star out of 5. Again, it's not my favourite soundtrack, but I'd give that a 2 to a 3 star rating. Speedway. Now, I've got a really soft spot for Speedway and the soundtrack to Speedway. They've only given that 1 star out of 5. Now, I'd give Speedway, you might all laugh on this, but this is, don't forget my personal opinion. I'm going to give Speedway a 3 or a 4. I really do enjoy the soundtrack to Speedway. And then Elvis, the NBC TV special, 4 stars out of 5. 5 stars out of 5. All day long. For me, it's perfection. From Elvis in Memphis, we are looking at 5 stars out of 5. You can't beat that, and I have to agree. Back in Memphis, 4 stars out of 5. No, it's 5 stars out of 5 all day long. We are looking at Elvis in Person, 4 stars out of 5. No, 5 stars out of 5. Live a Little, Love a Little, Charo, The Trouble with Girls, and Change of Habit. So what they've done there, because they're not soundtrack albums, they've done them as one rating, and they've given that 3 stars out of 5. I'm going to push that to a 4. So we're obviously now going on to the 70s. And what I like about this book is, if you have the opportunity to have either of these copies, you know, get it out of your collection, re-look through it. Absolute. I mean, I'm going to hold up the other copy, obviously, but it is a great little booklet. I've had both of these in my collection since they came out, and I've really not studied them at length, actually, until today, believe it or not. And I was really happy with what I've seen. We're going on to the 1970s now. And it talks about the 1970s. When you read this book, if you do get the opportunity to purchase it, and they're really cheap, by the way, you will see it always goes into saying the declining years, the 1970s. And I don't understand that, but they weren't declining. But we're getting onto the albums from the 1970s. On Stage, 4 stars out of 5. I would give that 5 out of 5. I love that album. Right, you all know this is my favourite album of all time. That's the way it is. They have given it a strong 4 out of 5. It's 5 out of 5 all day long for me. Sorry, I'll just take a drink of water if you don't mind. I hope you're enjoying this. It's something very different. And obviously, you know, just speaking and going through these ratings, you know, again, please let me know in the comments below if you have enjoyed this upload. We're going on to Elvis Country, and they have given that 5 stars out of 5. I do agree. Love Letters from Elvis, 1 star out of 5. Now, Love Letters from Elvis gets a raw deal in the Elvis world, especially from a lot of the fans. I don't mind the album, actually. It's not one of my favourites from the 70s, but I wouldn't give it a 1. I would give it a 3 star rating. The Wonderful World of Christmas, 2 stars out of 5. I would give that a 3. Elvis Now, 2 stars out of 5. Now, again, I think that's quite harsh for the Elvis Now album. Again, it says it was a rushed together album from RCA. And yes, it was, but it deserves more than a 2 star rating. I would push that to a 4. He Touched Me, 4 stars out of 5. Yes, I do agree. Elvis, as recorded live in Madison Square Garden, they've given that a 3-star out of 5, a 4 all day long. Aloha from Hawaii, 3 out of 5. Again, really shocked that they only gave that a 3-star rating. I would give that a 4 or a 5 all day long. So this Paul Simpson, who has done the grading, obviously this is his opinion. And then we're going on to Elvis, 1973. 2 stars out of 5. Again, another album that gets lost along the way because it was released so quickly after Aloha from Hawaii. But again, I actually really enjoy the album. I'm going to give that a 4 out of 5. Raised on Rock, 2 stars out of 5. No, that deserves a 4 all day long. Good Times, I really enjoy that album. Good Times. It's given that a 3-star out of 5, 4 out of 5 from me. Elvis recorded live on stage in Memphis, 3 stars out of 5. No, that's a 5 out of 5. Promised Land, 4 stars out of 5. Again, I was quite shocked at that because, again, it's such a great album, Promised Land. So I do agree on that 4-star rating. Elvis Today, that is one of my favourite albums from the 1970s. It's given it 3 stars out of 5. I would give that 4 stars out of 5. From Elvis Presley Boulevard, Memphis, Tennessee, only 2 stars out of 5. No, I'd give that a 4-star as well. I think it's a great album. Moody Blue, Elvis's last studio album, 3 stars out of 5. No, I really love Moody Blue. And for my own personal reasons, I am going to give that 5 stars out of 5. I just love that album. Elvis in Concert, of his last June tour, 3 stars out of 5. I can understand why they have done that, but again, I'd push that to a 4. So they are the albums of Elvis Presley's career. It then goes into box sets, and I'm not going to go into that because it would take me far too long. The next that I want to go into, I've got to find the pages if you don't mind. I want to get on to the movies next, and let me try and find where they are in the book. Yeah, they're here. I want to get it to the beginning. Again, I found this really interesting as well, where they've graded Elvis Presley's movies. And again, for me, having my opinion as an avid Elvis fan and seeing other people's opinion, another person's opinion, I do really enjoy that. Right, where are we going to? He says, I am sorry. Oh, there we go. So it's on page 307, the movies. So Love Me Tender, they have given Love Me Tender 3 stars out of 5. So I very rarely watch Love Me Tender, so I am going to agree with the grading there. Loving You, they have gave 4 stars out of 5 for the movie. Yes, I agree. Jailhouse Rock, they have gave 5 out of 5. Yes. King Creole, 5 out of 5. That's a definite yes. GI Blues, 3 out of 5. I understand why, because of the movies from the 50s coming out of the army and going into GI Blues. The formula was different. The storyline was different. Very melancholy, wasn't it? And wasn't a serious role. So I actually am going to agree with that 3-star rating. Flaming Star, another movie that I tend not to watch a great deal. They've given Flaming Star 5 out of 5. Now, I wouldn't give it 5 out of 5. Flaming Star, I would say that's a 3 or a 4. Wild in the Country, they have gave 3 out of 5. I've not seen that movie for so long. I'm going to err on the side of caution, and I would probably agree. Blue Hawaii, they have gave 3 stars out of 5. Now, again, this is personal reasons. I would disagree with that because it was my favourite movie for so many years. I'm actually going to push that to a 4 out of 5. Follow That Dream, 4 out of 5. So Follow That Dream, they've given a better rating than Blue Hawaii. I understand why. So again, because I rated Blue Hawaii a 4 out of 5, Follow That Dream, it's a 4 out of 5. Yeah, I agree. Kid Galahad, really enjoy that movie. They've given it 3 stars out of 5. I would push that to a 4. Girls, 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 we have a 2-star rating. Again, I would push that to a 3. It happened at the World's Fair. 3 out of 5. Yes, I do agree. Fun in Acapulco, 3 out of 5. Yes, I agree. Kissing Cousins, one of my least favourite movies. 2 out of 5, totally agree. Viva Las Vegas, 4 out of 5. No, it's a 5 out of 5. I think Elvis and Anne Margaret absolutely burn that screen alive. Roustabout, they have given Roustabout 3 out of 5. I suppose when you are comparing it to the popular movies, yes, I would probably agree. Girl Happy, I absolutely adore Girl Happy. They've given it 3 out of 5. I'm going to push that to a 4. Tickle Me, love it. 3 out of 5. No, 4 out of 5 for me. And as you can see here, it says Harem Scarum, Harem Holiday. So they're going to give that a low grading. I just know they are. Ah, let me have a look, actually. They've actually given Harem Holiday a 3-star out of 5. Quite shocked at that. Yes, I'm going to agree. Frankie and Johnny, again, not a favourite of mine. Let's have a look. 3 out of 5. Again, I'd push that to a 2 if I'm honest with you. Your Paradise Hawaiian Style, we are looking at 1 out of 5. No, that's harsh. That is harsh. It has to be a 3. Spin Out. Again, I've not seen that for so long. 3 out of 5. I'm going to say yes, I agree. Easy Come, Easy Go. Again, a movie I've not seen, I don't know for how long. 2 out of 5. All right. If I'm right, I recollect. I probably would agree. Double Trouble. You know, that's my least favourite Elvis movie, guys. So it's given it 2 stars out of 5. Can I be mean and give that 1? Does any Elvis movie deserve a 1-star rating? No, I'm going to say yes, I agree with 2 out of 5. Clambake, they have gave 2 out of 5. Again, I'm going to agree. Stay Away Joe, again, quirky movie. And for me, I do enjoy it. 2 out of 5. No, I'll push that to a 3. Speedway. Again, I've got a soft spot for the soundtrack album, but the movie itself is not one of my favourites. 3 out of 5. Yeah, I'm going to agree. Oh, yeah, this is my 3rd favourite movie. Live a Little, Love a Little. So, as you are all aware, I've got Change of Habit as my favourite. Blue Hawaii, Live a Little, Love a Little. 3 out of 5. No, I'm going to push that to a 4. Charrow. They have gave 2 stars out of 5. I think that deserves better. I know the storyline was changed so many times for Charrow, but I do think it deserves a 3. The Trouble with Girls, quirky movie, and I thoroughly enjoy it. I think Elvis looks amazing. 4 out of 5. Definitely agree. And last but by no means least of the movies, Change of Habit. 3 out of 5. No, 5 out of 5 for me. I'm being biased. It's my favourite movie. 5 out of 5. And then we're going on to, obviously, out of the movies, but we're going into the concert ones. That's the way it is. 5 out of 5. Well, you can't get any higher. Definitely agree. Elvis on Tour. 4 out of 5. No, 5 out of 5. And then Then it's, well, the last one they've actually put in is This Is Elvis, 4 out of 5. 5 out of 5. I do love This Is Elvis, but I'm sure I seen the 19 CBS special one. No, I probably did not, unfortunately. So that's the movies. And if you don't mind, I'm going to get to them essential Elvis tracks. And as you can see here, it says the canon 50 essential Elvis songs and the stories behind them. There you go. And what I will do, I'm going to read you, if you don't mind, this first page. And then what I will do, I will go through the 50 essential Elvis tracks that were chosen. Please bear with me with my reading. Compiling a list of Elvis's 50 most essential recordings is a bit like naming Shakespeare's top 5 plays. Both Elvis and the Bard were sometimes too prolific for their own good. That said, Will's laziest slice of doggerel has to be preferred to Elvis's rendition of Old MacDonald Had a Farm on the soundtrack to his 24th movie, Double Trouble. To help with this selection, hundreds of Elvis fans from all over the world, from Chile to Australia and the US to Denmark, were asked to select the 12 Elvis songs they could not live without. After debate worthy of a Vatican conclave, the resolute list of 109 songs were whittled down to the 50 in the following pages. Such a list cannot help but be subjective. No scientific formula, alas, can prove that All Shook Up is better than, say, Petunia, the gardener's daughter from Frankie and Johnny. Yet no fan chose the latter. The line about how I dance when she plants her 2 lips on me must have counted against it. So what we have is a list that tries to reconcile several different criteria. All the performances should stand in their own right. They should mean something to Elvis. Did he, for example, return to the song throughout his career? And they should illustrate some facet of his talent. You may not like some of them, and you may like others that aren't included here. But then Elvis probably didn't like all of them. He was never a great fan of Burning Love, for example. Finally, one notable absentee deserves explanation. Blue Suede Shoes is not included because Elvis felt that Carl Perkins had sung it better. We are now going into the 50 tracks that were chosen as essential Elvis recordings. 1, My Happiness. 2, That's All Right. 3, Blue Moon of Kentucky. 4, Good Rockin' Tonight. 5, Baby Let's Play House. 6, Mystery Train. 7, Trying to Get to You. 8, Heartbreak Hotel. 9, Money Honey. 10, My Baby Left Me. 11, Lordy Miss Claudie. 12, Shake, Rattle and Roll. 13, Hound Dog. 14, Don't Be Cruel. 15, Love Me. 16, All Shook Up. 17, One Night. 18, Jailhouse Rock. 19, Trouble. 20, It's Now or Never. 21, Are You Lonesome Tonight? 22, Reconsider Baby. 23, Can't Help Falling in Love. 24, Marie's the Name, His Latest Flame. 25, Little Sister. 26, Return to Sender. 27, It Hurts Me. That's my first one that I felt was a bit of a shock. And that was included, sorry. 28, How Great Thou Art. 29, Tomorrow Is a Long Time. I am so happy that was chosen as one of the top 50 influential essential Elvis songs. 30, I'll Remember You. 31, Guitar Man. 32, If I Can Dream. 33, Love Me Tender. 34, Long Black Limousine. Outstanding, definitely. 35, In the Ghetto. 36, Suspicious Minds. 37, Stranger in My Own Hometown. Stunning. 38, Any Day Now. I'm so happy that was added. 39, Polk Salad Annie. 40, I Really Don't Want to Know. 41, I Just Can't Help Believing, one of my favourites from the 1970s. 42, Merry Christmas Baby. 43, I'm Leaving. I'm Leaving, for me, has to be in this top 50, for me, the most essential Elvis track, closely followed by Tomorrow Is a Long Time. As an avid Elvis fan and collector, you have two versions of I'm Leaving. You've got the long version, which I prefer it. You got the shorter version. That song is just, it gets me. 44, An American Trilogy. That had to be in there. 45, so Burning Love. As it said at the beginning of this, Elvis wasn't a great fan of Burning Love. I don't know why. Great track. It's one of my best friend's favourite song, also Rob. So Burning Love reached it. 46, Always on My Mind. 47, this is one of my stepfather's favourite Elvis tracks. Good Time Charlie's Got the Blues. So I'm really happy that was added. 48, Promised Land. 49, Way Down. Now, when you talk about Way Down, you know, has that been added because obviously of the sentiment behind it, with it being Elvis's last track before he sadly passed away? I do love Way Down, but is it a 50 most essential song? I'm not so sure. And then finally, 50, Unchained Melody. Yeah, that had to be added. Now, obviously, you all know I've got my special favourite songs of Elvis. You know, The Last Farewell, you know, obviously, but that was a Roger Whittaker song, but I love Elvis's version. Obviously, Bringing It Back from the Today, Bringing It Back to me has always stood in good stead. One of my favourite Elvis tracks. It probably still is at a push my favourite Elvis track. You know, still to this day when I talk about Elvis music and talk about favourites and I talk about Bringing It Back, you do hear people say, oh, sorry, I can't remember what album is it from. And sometimes that's Elvis fans and you're thinking, really? But I absolutely love Bringing It Back. But when you look at 50 essential Elvis songs that you would have to put into your top 50, I'd probably find it quite difficult. But do I agree with the 50 list here? Yes and no. I mean, obviously, the first 20 were mainly from the 1950s. And you all know I'm more of a 70s Elvis fan. But again, Elvis is throughout the 50s, 60s and 70s. But again, you know, so each era was included, and that's a great touch. So that's the essential 50 tracks in the Rough Guide to Elvis. I'm going to hold it up now because I've not been holding it up. So obviously, as I was saying, you've got the two sizes, And I probably do use this one the most. They're exactly the same inside virtually, because this is smaller and it's more compact. But this is the one I took with me to the hospital today. But also in these books of the Rough Guide to Elvis, also, when it talks about the career of Elvis, it's a great read, but then you go into some darker parts of Elvis's life that they talk about in respect of the affairs and the drugs and the suspicions surrounding his death. And obviously, again, when I was reading that today, there's part in this book that it kind of says when he died, was it murder, suicide, drug overdose, heart attack, the reasons behind some of them theories, the sightings of Elvis after he passed away. You all know on this channel, I'm a great believer in Elvis did pass away on August 16th of 1977. I don't think there's any cover up. I know you probably all have your own opinions and you're all entitled to it. But again, for me, it is a great little book. I haven't thoroughly read it yet, and I'm really looking forward to absolutely getting through this book. And again, obviously, I think it was a great touch to grade the albums throughout Elvis's career and the movies and the 50 essential tracks that were polled with Elvis fans. But again, the hundreds of songs that Elvis recorded, I think it's very hard to whittle down to a 50. But again, at a push, I would do it. But there's but then you could omit a song that you forget to put in the 50, and then say, oh God, I forgot to put that one in. But which one would you take out from that top 50? So it's very difficult. But please, I know this is something very different on my channel, and I have been asked to get back to book flip throughs as well by some of my subscribers. I've got 2 new Elvis books that I will be doing flip throughs with really soon. One of them is a huge coffee size table book, and I mean it's big, so I've got to really think about how I'm going to video that. But again, both of these I've looked on eBay. These are both available on eBay. You are looking at around £5. So for me, it is a bargain at £5. And you will not be disappointed to have The Rough Guide to Elvis by Paul Simpson, I think. Yeah, Paul Simpson. Again, as I was saying, in some parts, the read, it can be a bit difficult, but I've not read it thoroughly as yet. But so far, I have really enjoyed what I am reading. Look, again, I just really want to say thank you for your continued support of the 100% Pure Elvis channel. I really do appreciate it. And again, it's helping me no end get through these difficult times. And there are so many of you that always take the time out to message me privately and also on my channel. And do you know what? I do read every single one. And I know I don't get the chance to reply personally. Sometimes I just give a like. But I do appreciate it, and it helps me no end. And let's keep this channel going. Let's keep on growing as a 100% Pure Elvis family. It's great to have you on board. And again, please follow me over on TikTok as well at 100 Pure Elvis. Great Elvis songs on a daily basis that I do uploads for. And again, obviously, we all need Elvis in our lives. We all need to play Elvis every single day. There very rarely goes a day by where I don't play Elvis or I don't read about Elvis, etc. So again, thank you for your ongoing support. But before I close off, if you haven't added these into your collection already, you don't need both copies. Obviously, as a collector, obviously I wanted both. This is the 2002, 2004. Both have exactly the same inside. Get them into your collection if you haven't already. As always, everybody, please keep Elvis close to your hearts. Please keep on playing his music. Lots of love, everybody. And the last thing, if you are watching this channel and you like what you see, but as of yet you haven't subscribed, please hit that subscribe button and join the ever-growing 100% Pure Elvis family. Lots of love, everybody, and I will speak real soon. Bye-bye.